Welcome back, guys, to another MTG or Modern League. My name is Magix, and we are going to rerun a 4-color Yorion control deck. Let's go! Alright, guys, here we go for the first match with the reworked 4-color Yorion deck, where I try out a black splash instead of a red one. Mana base looks good, so I think I keep. And we go with a forest into abundant growth, most likely. Then we have most options up for the next turn. Hope to draw any untapped blue source for the Ice-Fang. Or just another green source, probably. Could maybe also go with a breeding pool. But I think the forest is good enough here. Here we go. Draw our one-off Kaya's Guile now. Against Cavern of Souls. Well, at least we don't have any counter spells in our hand, and yeah, I made the changes to Fatal Push, especially because of the other Vile decks, so I hope that it will pay off here. I still like getting out these cantrips before Thalia comes down. We can still bounce Freebooter next turn, or have some interaction up, like I don't think Ice-Fang is good enough yet. I want it to ambush something inside of combat, so I think we built this swamp into make every mana. Then we could keep up Path to Exile here, but I don't think we have to, so let's cycle this stuff. Okay. Triumph fixes mana, but these two lands come into play tapped now, so no Teferi on 3, which is unfortunate. Yep. Dual your name. Path to Exile. Fatal Push. Alright. Path to Exile is clean. Oh, perfect. We could bounce it back with the Teferi, then it dies against a Noble Hierarch, or we just hold up Ice-Fang and Path to Exile. Which I also don't hate. You will not expect white mana here. He still has 5 cards in hand, so be interesting. Unsettled Marina. That way I kind of want to get rid of my Path to Exile here. Pay one more. Kaya's Guile doesn't care about this, but it also is good against the Teferi ability. Interesting. Well, if that gets into play, could still try to Kaya's Guile. And then he has to decide what he wants to get rid of. Probably gets rid of the Meddling Mage anyways. Aether Vial on 2 probably means a Lieutenant. Maybe I should play it safe and just go with Path into Ice-Fang here. Yeah, that is probably correct. There's another one. Champion of Charming Prince. Okay. Damn it, I did not see that one coming. Oh, I feel stupid. Wow. Getting blown out by this damn piece. Fuck. Alright. Now, since he missed a land drop, I think bouncing at the Vial can buy us some time. It will most likely die, but so be it. Hey. Yes. Okay, Fountain Uro. Now, if he doesn't have the third land drop for Reflector Mage, that would be cool. Yep. Okay, he attacks, so we can trade the Ice-Fang. Should attack with the Prince most likely. Oh, alright. Let's get rid of you. You destroyed my plan. I don't want this to blink and blink and blink and stuff like that if he has more of them. Noble Hierarch, no. Okay, that's good against the sacrifice. Oh. Just read that into play, put that untapped into play, grab the path to exile back. Right, let's see what will happen next turn. In hindsight, I should have just Guile, then one of the dudes would be gone. We could have passed and passed another one, and it would look good. Exile target card from opponent's graveyard. Oh, that is good. Can't counter it. Mana Leak is not hot. By Uro. Let's kill that. Archmage Charm can deal with that. Alright, well then, I've exchanged my hand against his board. Let's see what he can up with. Next turn we play our bird and draw 3, and we are back in the game maybe. Still at 15, so... He got me with the Charming Prince, then I would still have one card in hand now, but yeah, so be it. No play at all. Okay. What do we want to put on top here? Probably just the path to Exile, if I would have to guess. Because we will draw stuff anyways, I don't want the Archmage Charm really. Path seems better. Keep the blocker behind. Okay, just a lieutenant. What is that now? Resto Angel? Benzer, okay. Can't be countered. Damn it. He's playing a Wild Brew. That's for certain. Oh, I can't play out my bird again. Oh, at least that is what we have to beat now. Damn Cavern of Souls. Well, this time he didn't use it. Playing into Mana Leak. Oh, he made a mistake for once. Okay. What will it be? Reflector Mage on the Noble? No, on the Spirit, okay. Well then, we take 6, go to 8. Did not think about Vensor, that's for certain. Right. Let's see what we draw, and then decide if we want to use the path. Probably yes. Before he starts blinking again and doing stuff, right? Two basics in the deck, alright. Well then. Top deck war now. Can't fetch out any Mystic Sanctuaries anymore. Another 3-drop. Wow. He's giving it to me, that's for certain. Being the Reflector Mage there. Then we draw another Mana Leak. Yikes! Freebooter, okay. Don't care that much about you, but we go to 4 now, so if he has another Reflector Mage or an image for that, it becomes dangerous. Come on, Supreme Verdict. Nope. Astrolabe, alright, still fair. Cryptic Command, well. Guess we still have Cryptic up, in case something goes horribly wrong. Put in more spot removal, draw only 3, right? Next Reflector Mage. Yeah, well, he can't complain about these draws at all. So, let's try to win this. Oh, the well-timed Cryptic here. Tap your team, return Mystic Sanctuary. Blue, 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 blue. Then we put the Uro into play and go up to 6, I guess. Put the Cryptic back in hand. 4, 3. Yeah, and then we can still play Cryptic to stall another turn before the bird comes back into play. Please. 2, 3, 4, 6. And the Fatal Push, alright. Well, then we ship the turn back. Hope to do this again. Come on, draw a dot for once. Only drawn 3 lands this turn. I mean, next turn we have our bird again. Freebooter. That's annoying, but not the end of the world, I guess. Still think we go with a Cryptic line and then we have removal in the next turn. So probably picks the Fatal Push because that's the only thing that really matters here. But yeah. Can bounce that with Teferi now because we have so much mana. Keep the Cryptics coming. Now let's stop his instant speed shenanigans here. Like, nope, go away. Can attack for 6 here, I guess. Perfect. And I think we just keep crypting here. The Fatal Push, okay. Well, I think we have made it in this game. Shouldn't be a lot we can do to break this up. I choose the right mode, return and tap here. Blue, blue, blue. Side combat, so he has another meddling mage or stuff. Yeah, sure. Sure. Probably names Cryptic Command here. Yep, exactly. Knows that we have the push. Okay. Then we have lethal for the next turn. Right. "12 minutes for the last 2 games. I hope that is enough." Thalia, okay. Nope. Don't have time for that now. Yeah, whatever. Like, bounce you. Nope. Don't waste more time of me. Alright. 11 minutes. These look good. Not a fan of Mana Leak. Not a fan of Force. Maybe one Aether Gust. Can only deal with Noble Hierarchs and Mantis Rider, if he plays that. So Charming Prince, we have to be careful about that. He has the human that exiles a creature out of the bin, so I still think that Uro is okay, like better than the other options we have. So yeah, let's just try it again, I guess. Don't draw too much clunk in the early game and then pull away with the bird. That is the plan. Have to be a little bit faster. That is good against Freebooter. So I think we keep here. Let's see if he has a Freebooter start here. I think. Then we squeeze in the Astrolabe later on and hold up Ice-Fang for the next turns, but it doesn't have Death Touch without the Astrolabe, so I think we are still in for us Astrolabe here, unfortunately. Because I need this to have Death Touch, because we don't have a lot of removal here, fortunately. Do you play Thalia now? Yeah, okay. So what was correct? Good name Ice-Fang here. No, he names Fatal Push again. Alright. It's fair. We have 4 Fatal Push and 4 Path, so yeah, good call. Good call. Charming Prince. Okay. At least he doesn't have any vials. Scries. Top, bottom, okay. Attacks with both. Well, then we kill the Meddling Mage, I guess. To preserve my life totals a little bit. After Exile. Dismember, alright. Well, it's damn that we are on the draw. Shit. That looks terrible now. Thing is, I can't interact here. Because my Fatal Push doesn't have text, so I have to find an out for this damn Meddling Mage. Give me that Supreme Verdict deck. Reflector Mage, okay. Take 8, go to 5. Well, I have to find an answer against that now. Can still hold up Cryptic at least to stall. Cavern of Souls, okay. Tap draw, I guess. Fatal pushs are coming. Damn it, I need a path. Then we can kill this whole board, kind of. This whale would have been good if we just were on the play, I guess. Kaya's Guile. Nah. So we can't draw into the Cryptic right now, so I need my Snap to do it. Again, tapping out, so... Damn you, whale. Maybe he plays something pre-combat. That would be okay. We can bounce this and finally free our Fatal Push. We're still not out of the woods, though. So we get blown out by a second Dismember, but I think it's my best chance to win. So, try that. Okay, that worked. Good, okay. What do we need? We have all the mana in the world, so I guess we can go with planes here. Let's kill you. Let's kill you. We have a blocker for this one. Can't Euro yet, unfortunately, but we can still Path and Veil of Summer or just Kaya's Guile. If I put Fatal Push on top, he may name Fatal Push with the Meddling Mage, so it's okay. Then we go to 3, he has Reflector Mage, so we might still have. But if you Reflector Mage the Snap, maybe it's not the worst, because then he can't play out the Meddling Mage again. So Sure. Fatal Push. Ice-Fang, okay. Interesting. Can we go to 3 here? I think yes, and then we make him sack and gain 4. So, let's see what happens. Still our bird, so another meddling mage. Okay, we have Uro. Still name that, I guess. Fatal Push, alright. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay. He can Reflector Mage that, sure. But then his turn is spent, so also fine with that. Then we kill those 2 dorks and put our hero into play. Okay, yeah, there's the Reflector Mage, and then only 1 more card. Okay. Could also play our bird now. And just draw 2, put a 5/5 into play. That's fine. 4/5, I mean. Only have 5 minutes on the clock, so I have to hurry. Let's see how much more Reflector Mages you have. We are still at 10, so champion, sure. Second Reflector Mage. Just that. Mantis Rider, okay, sure. Ship the turn. Still protect us from Dismember here. Then we have the hero going, we have Uro next turn, so I have to hurry to win this game because the time is running out. Okay, I guess 1 more round is fine here. Next round we attack for 10. Then should be able to win this in 4 minutes, I guess. What is this? Arena, sure. Okay. Then we attack for 10. Draw some cards. Goes to 4, alright, okay. Should be good. Yeah, alright, good. Won the first match. That was neat. Totally played into him in the first game, but then it still went okay, because our bird is absurd. The bird is absurd. Yeah, I think Fatal Push being more mana efficient here than Guile's Guile is pretty important. Okay. And the Triomes so far are not the worst, because we could cycle them later on. I guess they would be even cooler if you have like Renan 6 in the deck. Because then they not only fix your 4-color mana base, but can also be used as card advantage. Right. This hand is pretty slow, but we are on the play. But 5 lands, I mean, this can be cycled later on, but still, it's a tough sell. I think I mulligan. This looks a little bit better. Right. Because he doesn't have a companion, so it's not a grind matchup, most likely. If it's humans, we have at least one path to exile. If it's a combo deck like Titan, then neither hand was very good, so we shall see. We can fetch out the Sultai Triome to fix most of the stuff. No Ice-Fang on 2, but yeah. Okay. Basic Island Go, so it could be Storm or something. Can't also Uro yet. But hopefully this Field of Ruin is good. I kept it because I hoped it was good. Maybe I should have kept the fetch land after all. Okay, so it is Storm indeed. Good thing we have Fatal Push here. Get rid of the Stormlord. Archmage Charm, you look awkward. No Astrolabe or Abundant Growth in this game so far. The Charm would have been fine. Second Goblin, alright. I think we risk it. Play the Uro out. Okay. Could be dead next turn, but still have one force up. I don't want to path here and give him more resources. Yeah. Two, three, 4, 5, any of those. Like, if he doesn't go for it now, we just play the Uro out. He needs the land drops. I don't think he can go off with only 2 lands, and pathing him just gives him more resources. He has to find more land drops now. His hand is probably chock full of rituals. It's... Let me put the other... Now I kind of have to do it, unfortunately. Taking the Stormlord here might still be correct. Because it's a one-shot mana source. Play the Uro and get our clock going. Then hope that we simply don't flood out. Oh. We have drawn 5 more lands, so 7-2 now. Yeah, and he has even another Stormlord. Wow, 3. That is a lot. Let's see what the payoff will be. I have to stop like a gifts. That is possible. Do you have Remand in hand in the last 3 cards? That is the question now. Okay. Yeah, well. Let's see what he fetches out. Probably Manamorphose, 2 more Rituals, and Past in Flames. Yep. So we dump the Rituals and kind of hope that he bricks. Put the chosen cards into your bin. Yeah, well. Let's hope that he doesn't have more mana. We know 2 cards, so 2 unknowns. That's a long pause. Picking a Ritual. Are you slow rolling me? Come on, we have the Past in Flames covered. Grape Shot, okay. So he breaks off at least. Then the Uro dies. Now we need a good draw. It was kind of still the best my hand could do. Like, we only drew 2 removal spells and 1 Archmage Charm alongside the Force, so yeah. Okay, it starts with Astrolabe, I guess. Cycling and building card advantage for our birdie. Okay, it continues with Wall of Omens, why not? Building the draw engine here. Okay, 2 forces. Could be okay. I mean, we know that he has no ritual because else he would have gone off, so let's see what he's working with here. Okay, 1 land drop, Past in Flames in hand, 2 unknown. Block your Baral, nothing. Alright, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we can still hardcast Force against the gifts I'm given here, but then we are dead against the Past in Flames, so I could also draw into more blue cards end of turn, so I think we have to do something here just because we can't let him rebuild. If we give him infinite time here, it's not gonna work out. Now we hope that he doesn't have another remand. And now that we draw another blue card, because else the Past in Flames dumps us, but yeah. Have a draw 2 and hope to find a blue card in them. And we brick because we only managed to draw lands, and that is how the cookie will crumble here. Yeah, well, we had a fair shot here. Couldn't win in the end because we failed to draw any blue card and just flood out with 6 more land drops than our opponent. Well, let's try it. Sideboard games. Cage seems okay. Kaya's Guile seems okay. Not a fan of big Planeswalker plays. Let's see how awkward Yorion is already. Giving my spells protection from his counters because I expect Mystical Dispute. Cryptic is awkward. So I'm not that much a fan of Jace, to be honest. Aether Gust answers. Past in Flames, Goblin Electromancer, and how's it called? Aria of Flames, if he goes with that. I like Teferi to prevent counterplay. Have the clock in the command zone. Maybe we can cut down on 1 euro. Okay. Have answers against everything. Chaos Guile can pump out tokens and kill the graveyard, so I think it's a little bit better than Ashiok. Ashiok prevents gifts, yes, but it's sorcery speed, so I think that makes it a little bit more awkward. This stops mainly Past in Flames too. Maybe it's overkill. That might be overkill, all in all. Let's try it. Okay. Oh, I did not... Fuck, I did put the Yorion in our deck instead of keeping it in the sideboard. Oh man, typical move. Ah, this hand is so awful. Ah, I'm the hero, just one for the memes. Throwing away another game, like no man's business. You gotta love it. Face palm. Drawing all the clunk now. At least we can bounce a Stormlord next turn with the Teferi if he taps out for that. Of course he doesn't. Ship the turn back, hold up Fatal Push and Ice-Fang. Nothing, okay. The single counter spell here. Comes the first. Right. We can still push a Lord and Aether Gust the first place, maybe. Okay, just drawing Fatal Push. I can't sit here every day, all day long. Do nothing. Sure. Yep. Here comes the gifts. Sure. Okay, Force is at least a good draw. Try the Teferi play again. See how much remands he has. Yeah, he has all the remands, okay. Can we kill it here? Wipe away. Right. Good lord. So, Goblin and 3 unknowns. It seems like he has not enough to storm off, really, so a counter there to prevent it. Yeah, well, Kaya's Guile are not looking that hot right now. Could now brainstorm and just risk it here. Like, he has something more, but this is the window we have to get the Jace going. See if we find a Force here. Snap, okay. Well, let's see if we are dead or not. I think that is the best shot I have. Because he did not do anything before with the Goblin. Might not do anything with it now. Could be wrong, could be right. Okay, here comes the gifts. What an awkward game again. Grape Shot and Metamorphose. Yep, okay, that's fair. So we exchange the gifts and Grape Shot for our board. Then we Kaya's Guile all this nonsense away and hope to go from there, right? great with the bird in the command zone be soon. Well, have to win with the resources we have now. Okay, at least he has only 3 cards, so... Major Charm, well, I think... I have to get rid of this nonsense over there. Right now. Yep, seems good. I don't know what he has in hand exactly, but nothing happens, so... Now I don't want to jam Teferi in there. Prefer holding up these 2 right now. Finding another land drop seems also fine. Oh. Sometimes the deck gives us like 10 land drops in a row, like in the last game, and then in the other games with 6 cantrips and a brainstorm, you're stuck on 5 lands by turn 9, so where's the golden middle in this deck? It's kind of non-existent. Now I get punished for not being able to pay Mystical Dispute and stuff, so... Well, he still does not have anything. No land drops. If he has no counter for that, I think that the Teferi is good. Maybe he has Past in Flames in hands. Yet another gifts. Oh man. Is this the 3rd one? Yeah, it's the 3rd one, okay. Probably into another gifts stuff. Could be a value gifts, because I don't think he can storm off with 2 cards here. He's too greedy searching for the land drop. So I think we bin Baral and the gifts, because we can answer the goblin with Aether Gust. Pieces, I mean, and then he has 2 gifts again, and that's the last one, so... Don't want him to use pieces of the puzzle here. Does not play the goblin out yet, okay. We have a fatal push for that too. Hmm. Now it would have been fine to give him the Baral, but... Yeah. Something red is coming. Let's see what he does with it. On top, okay. So we know what he will draw. Still hope to find land drops, and then we can do it again. Nope, just more Aether Gusts. Okay, then we do this over and over again now. And still on top, alright. Come on, deck, land drop. Nope, still no land drops. Land drop. Land drop. Can't gifts here at least. Come on. Yes. The land drop. Alright. Okay. Now he has the goblin in hand. He has the gifts in hand and a lot of unknowns. Now I think we let the goblin happen. He can put one spell on the stack, and then we have still Aether Gust and Fatal Push Up. And Storm often respawns. Three unknowns. Come on, gifts me, then I will just mana leak and see what you will do. Opt, okay, opt is fine. Come on, gifts me. Do it. I know you want it. Do we go for the Archmage Charm? Next turn we have 6 mana, so we can snap push. Or snap Kaya's Guile and undo all his work. That seems also pretty good. In which case I like Force more, to have protection against everything that he could possibly do. Yes, the Force. Can't pay the gifts, he can't counter it because of Teferi. This is the last gifts, no more gifts for you. I think, yeah, all 4 gifts are gone. With Grape Shot here, still, for 8. Then he has only 1 more card, so okay. These are the last Grape Shot in his deck is this one, so doesn't have more, I think. So he can only win with goblins now. Two, 1, 2, 3. He might not be able to win the last game. Yeah. Okay, only 5 more minutes on the clock. Fly out, bird. You were not supposed to be in the main deck. I still like the removal. What can we do on the draw? Like, just trying to draw the counters and the removal, right? So, we might want path 2. Let's try it again. It's unsubstantiated, it's too easy for him to get around Grafdigger's Cage, I think. Let's try it again here. Yes. 5 minutes to win. This is not a hand that will do anything. This hand has counters, but it's so awkward with Archmage Charm again. I don't like the Jace. Yeah, let's try it. Come on, deck. Give me better mana. He has kept 7, that is scary. Need an Astrolabe or just an Abundant Growth, then we are good, I think. 2 on top, okay. Pretty scary. Are not what I want. 8 mana fixers, come on. I need you. Okay. Need the 3rd land drop, deck. The 3rd land drop. I hope he doesn't have Mystical Dispute here. Oh, fuck it! What is up with this mana base? So misbuilt, probably. Or we can counter gifts here, if that is what's happening. Can't counter that one. Empty the Warrens and Mana Morphos. Hallelujah. Where are my land drops here? Nope, just nope. Deck. The deck does fuck us here. So this matchup is lost. Welcome to Thunderdome. Tops it, so he will draw it next turn again. Land, drop, yes. Finally, something. Good, okay. Now I need the 4th land drop for triple blue and white. Go again. Okay. I have to cycle now, I can't sit here and do nothing. Still don't hit this damn land drop. Nope. Fuck my life. At least we have the Supreme Verdict if we draw into something. Still need an Astrolabe or something to deal with the goblins. See how much he can make. I think he has to go for the goblins, right? Yeah, now you have it. Okay, 14 damage next turn. Give me the white source. Oh my god. I promise the probability to draw the lands is as much as in a 25 land deck. So don't ask me why it doesn't work here. Good, okay. Justice! Finally the land drops we wanted. And now I think he has run out of time. to win in 10 seconds. It's probably not possible. But man, this game we were screwed over by the land drops, and in the second game, of course, I made the mistake. Question about that, but yeah. Whew, close game. But yeah, as I mentioned, we run 32 divided by 80, it's somewhere around the 40% mark, and 25 divided by 60, or sometimes 24, is also the same. And we run more cantrips than in the 60 card version, because we fill it up with stuff like Abundant Growth, so at Wall of Omens. But the thing I don't like right now about this deck is that we can't control the land drops. Sometimes we draw too much, sometimes we draw too less, so just have cyclers but no scry or anything like that, like no Serum Visions. But if I cut the Abundant Growth and put Omen of the Seas into the deck instead, then it becomes a little bit more clunky, and the mana fixing for 4 colors is worse. So I'm not sure about that. Every hand with Abundant Growth and Astrolabe seems fine, but without those two we have real issues. No Lurus deck again. With Blackleaf Cliffs, that is odd already. Guess he could go with turn 2 Blood Moon or something like that, so there's maybe a possibility I want the Flooded Strand here and go with the basic island, then shock in that later, instead of preserving 2 life points. So we hold up Archmage's Charm. No, we can't hold that up anyways, because of this mana situation here. Living End. Alright. Rest in pieces in the sideboard. Now we have Archmage's Charm up at least. I don't know if they play the red trap anymore, or if they just go with Veil of Summer after sideboard. I guess Veil is awkward with cycling, so I guess they still play the trap. 11-11, yeah, that is a strong one. Drawing Force is pretty important here to double spell, because now he can go first Cycler with Living End and then second Cycler with Living End, but we still have Supreme Verdict at least, so it's maybe not that horrible. So we counter the first Living End now. The counter draw? Now it's kind of the same, like... Maybe we just Archmage's Charm still, because we can pass that and get rid of the other one, so... I guess Cryptic in the bin is also fine. Yeah, let's counter draw. It's fine. This doesn't give him a target for the spell that needs a creature in the play. One of the cyclers needs a creature. Okay. 3/6 dinosaur creature. And he has 3 raised. Okay, now we have to Supreme Verdict. Hope he doesn't have 2 payoffs. Or just find Mystic Sanctuary and do it over and over again. That is something that this this control decks did not have before, like Mystic Sanctuary with Cryptic and Supreme Verdict can stop them really because they never get an attack phase or you just wrath the board over and over again, so that's pretty cool. Okay, first living end incoming. Teferi is also pretty good against the deck because they can never go off with Teferi in play. Well then, wrath the board and hope he doesn't have a second one. And now we have to find a fetch land for Mystic Sanctuary, then it's good. Then we can draw into it with Wall of Omens. Can also soon hardcast his stuff, but it's fine, I guess. Fulminator, who cares? Yeah, sure. Okay, so we have to beat this one more time. Yeah, now Force would be tremendously good, but we don't have that. For 7, 10 damage, sure. Any fetch land, please, deck. Any fetch land, please. Not any fetch land, a fetch land for Mystic Sanctuary. Or Mystic Sanctuary itself, because it is also an island. It can't make white, damn it. Right, have to also find mana fixing. Ah. Give me blockers, baby. This can grab the basic planes at least. Yeah, this is probably game over now. Did not draw anything relevant. And triple land destruction was hard, not gonna lie. Fatal Push will go out 100%. It's not doing anything in this matchup. Sure. should have maybe played the bird out, but then we are still dead against this here. I have to draw into Path to Exile here. Like, double path. That. Go away, Fatal Push. Go away, the Wall of Omens. Hello, Kaya's Guile. Hello, Whale of Summer. Grafdigger's Cage doesn't do anything. Ashiok is at least some interaction. Teferi is good. I like the counter spells. Cycling Uro is it's funny, but if Living End puts it into play, just sacks itself again. Hero too slow. What about Aether Gust? It stops Beast Within and Fulminator Mage, which is the most annoying stuff, and maybe the traps. So probably need Abundant Growth on the basics to fix our mana. Can't really cut Mana Leak. Since we have so much graveyard hate, it's fine. I like the Cryptics a little bit more to stall his combat and play around the trap, because if you bounce something with the Cryptic, they can't redirect it. Yeah, let's try it. Well, at least the mana looks good, but let's try it. Well, if we draw another land drop, we can at least get rid of his graveyard. And he needs more mana, and he needs more Sweet Wraith, exactly. Wow. Please don't Spirit Guide me next turn. I guess then he has only some Street Wraith in play. To cycle something. Need the land drop. Nonetheless. Doesn't matter what happens, I need the land drop. Oh, deck, are you doing me this dirty again? Here comes the fucking Spirit Guide again. The Beast Within play. Bottom, okay. So he has me tapped out, come on. Land drop of Force, no, we just draw stupid Path to Exiles. Oh my god. I don't know, we had 2 cycles and several draws, but don't find the 3rd land drop again. Maybe I have to put more lands into my deck. The deck doesn't like me. But I believe in the heart of the cards, come on. Why deck, just why? So this is how you want to play, huh? Alright. Give it to me. Wow. Yep. Coming at me with colorless lands now. Yep, here he comes building his graveyard, and then we don't have anything at this point. Should have done this in his upkeep so that he can't demonic dread us. That we make the land drops for the Cryptic at least. Yeah, sure, like, still no force in any of these games. Nice Ashiok, bro. Come on, another fetch land, please. To be careful about the Swamp Walk. That's why I'm trying it like that. Huh. And he even has a fucking fairy. Ah! Fuck my life. Thing is, he's missing land drops, so he has his hand chock full of interaction. Now we are flooding out, way too late. God, this game is sometimes so awkward. Okay, he wants to dome us. So we take 12. On Supreme Verdict to Ashiok. Do it. Nope. Unfortunately not. 3, 4. We can play the Uro out, but then have to draw something good. Force is not good. To 8, we take 6 here at least. If he can make his stuff unblockable, we can at least force. I can't play out this land because of the Swamp Walk. Maybe we can still stabilize here. The Uros. How much demonic threats do you have? That is the question now. He has the traps, so if he has a trap in hand, he gets us here. Yeah, and he has, of course. Yeah, dumpstered by Living End because we drew pretty pitiful. That's so fucking annoying. Well, sometimes it just doesn't line up, I guess. Our deck did us dirty here. I don't think the matchup is so horrible. Like, if I draw my third land drop earlier and can get rid of this Street Wraith, we gain so much time, and that is all I need in this matchup. And because then I could play the Ashiok out on 3. The graveyard was not full yet, and yeah. If he just puts the Street Wraith into play, then he only has 6 power. We have still Ice-Fang to deal with it. We have the path, so He has to go for it again, but this means so much more time than we had in this game. So stumbling there on the third land drop was the downfall. Again, like, maybe you have to go up a land, but then you have these games where you just flood out, and where is the middle line? Like, maybe I have to cut some of the abundant growth after all and put this Cry stuff in here. But well. Let's try to win another round of whining. Let's do this. Nearshore brand. Now a Noble Hierarch deck, so it could be Infect. Could be Infect here, which is scary. Do we have the Fatal Push, in which case I think it's correct to push here and slow his mana advantage down. Could play the unblockable dude now, but yeah, there's another Fatal Push and we have Supreme Verdict. Okay, is he missing mana? Ink Moth, okay. So it is Infect after all. Elf. Can't take the Elf here. Blocker that way. Make use of the Archmage charm. He has to put one in there to activate, and I don't think he can kill us from 1 mana, and we still have Force if he does. Could also just push and hold up Mana Leak here. But then we don't have a way to deal with that, so I want to push for the Ink mod. So let's just pick that up, I guess. Give it to me. Please. Right, now we can beat him down with Infect. Haha. Turn it around here. Yep. Scale up. It's okay, only Groundswell, that is fine. 5 Infect for us. Next turn we still have Mana Leak, Fatal Push and Force up to protect us from the Ink Moth. Sure, we also go to 7 if you want. Okay. Can't abundant growth here because I fear dying. At least now we have our 3 land drops. Three cards in hand. So, survey says. Yup. Also go to 8 for you. Do we? No, I don't think so. Kill it. Kill it inside combat, which is rare, but with this hand I think it's fine. Now we have to build our mana. Drawing more Supreme Verdicts here, huh? Perfect, then we can get back Fatal Push for the next turn. 8 more turns to win. Now we just Supreme Verdict, I guess. Get back Fatal Push on the left. Okay. Guile of Summer. Kaya's Guile plays around this protection, which is fine. So like all of these. What do we not want? Like anything that dies to Spell Pierce is pretty awkward here. Not a fan of that. Ice-Fang is good against Inkmoth. I guess even Wall of Omens is fine. Like, yeah, don't need anything else here really. Just interaction, cantrips, and the big bird in the command zone to put the game away. Fatal Push, good in this matchup. So this is, I think, an instant keep. 3 removal. Archmage Charm and the perfect mana. Right. Turn 1 play. We fetch our Triomes here, I guess, to build towards the Kaya's Guiles. No turn 2 play either. What did you have? Like a Teferi or something? Well, in this case we hold up Mana Leak. He has a Time Raveler here now. Okay. Lighted Agent, probably with 1 protection up, but we can Fatal Push and Mana Leak in our turn. Then hope he doesn't have a Force, so... This makes black. In which case we need... Found now. We could also, to be honest, just Fatal Push here, he protects it, and then we Kaya's Guile. Seems more awkward, I guess. This dies to Spell Pierce, unfortunately. Let's try to push that. Probably protects it, then we try the Mana Leak, then we hope he doesn't have Force. Guile of Summer. Just wines, alright. Needs another play here. Mana, 4 cards. Nothing, okay. No, I don't want to run this into Spell Pierce yet. Guess we start with Astrolabe. Then again, if we... Yeah, let's just wait. Like, Kaya's Guile will be good end of turn nonetheless. If he play Spell Pierce on that, we can maybe jam a Teferi. If it just goes with the right Arbor here, it's also okay. If nothing happens, we can also try just to draw 2. Inkmoth is annoying, but we can make spirits against that, so that's also fine. Nothing happens, we will just draw 2, I guess. Make sure we hit our land drops. Yeah, well, okay, with the Teferi in play, we are so far ahead now. That stops any creature, it stops his protection, so now we can just jam. Did not have a Spell Pierce after all. Or not enough Spell Pierce. Okay. Can't stop a Dryad Arbor. Goes for that. But he needs to commit into it because a 1-1 will not kill this, so we kill it in response with Path and Astrolabe. This will not work, my friend. The Soul Blighted Agent hand was not good enough, I think. No more basics to fetch either, okay. Then we draw back up to 7 here. Also good flyer against Inkmoth. Don't know why he is not conceding yet. Maybe he has a grand plan or anything. Yeah, okay. Can also bounce Yorion there for the funsies. Well, damn Living End deck ruining my 4-0 here. This time the land drops were fine, so yeah. 4, 8, 12, 13 cantrips, kind of. The Fairy also draws a card. Uro draws a card, so 6 more. 13, 16, 19. I have to try to maybe cut one of the growth for an Omen of the Seas or something. The mana is really tough without the fixing, I think. Like, part of the reason we had all the outs against Infect this time was because of the abundant growth, too. Okay, let's see if we hit another 3-2 or at least a 4-1. There. We have the basics, we have a path. We are playing against an Obosh deck, so it will be red-green. Don't have any counter spells, so the Stem Clothes will probably answer the Uro. But we have an Ice-Fang and a hero. And the basics against the Blood Moon. Let's try it. Would love a Fatal Push against Arbor Elf. Yep. Come on, give me the Fatal Push. Give it to me. Come on, deck. That is also a matchup where I wanted the Fatal Push because of Hex Drinker and Arbor Elf. Of course, we don't draw it here. Now let's see if he goes for a Blood Moon. No, yeah, that's the God card. Now, will there be a dragon? There's the damn Hex Drinker. Hmm? Don't give me a force. Nope, just more lands. Yeah, that's a buttload of mana. So level 3 gives him protection from instants, so I have to time my Path to Exiles correctly against this. Of course. Okay. So I think if he puts another mana in there, I will do it. Because if he has a natural land drop, I guess the level up goes on the stack, right? So it's fine. Let's do it now. Can't rely on the Ice-Fang alone. You can't level up at instant speed, so even if he untaps here and respawns, he can't level it up. Let's see if he has another 2-drop here, which is not possible because of this, so he can maybe have a Lightning Bolt. And that's about it. Another Hex Drinker, sure. Still 7 turns before we die against the Clothes, I guess. Right. I can't find about that. I need my resources. Play a second Ice-Fang here. Right. Okay. But the Uro is ambitious, so we're not doing enough here right now. Next turn I have to Teferi, but take a lot of damage here. Place out the Obosh 2, I guess. We have to path it. Okay, so next turn we can Teferi if nothing goes wrong here. Yep, go to 9. Okay, land drop. So 1 card in hand and the Obosh. This is tough. This is really tough. Okay, good. Now we can path it. Now I wish we would have the Uro still. Okay, nothing here. He has Stomp in hand. I mean, he can play it whenever with these, so I still think I have to Teferi here. Let's try to limit his mana here a little bit. Okay. I can kill it with the bolt, of course, but what can you do? No targets to blink here yet. No Astrolabes, no Abundant Growth. They are hiding somewhere in our 60 card deck. 8 copies. Big Dragon. Oh, that's just the Obosh. Okay, here it is. Double damage from every source. So if he has a Lightning Bolt or a Stomp, the Teferi is also down. Good. If he attacks us, we go down to 5. If he has like 2 bolts, we are dead, or 1 bolt, simply. But I couldn't push that or that, so just trying to limit his resources here as much as possible. I think in the next turn we have to get rid of the Obosh already. Then hold up Cryptic Command simply. He attacks us here, so let's see if he has a Lightning Bolt too. Stomp will not kill us. Okay. Yeah, we have to get rid of the Obosh. There's no way around it. It's way too dangerous to keep in play. Now we could play our bird out and reset the Teferi here. Or just hold the Cryptic. I think playing proactively here seems better. Like, if he has another Season Pyro, he can't play the Obosh out yet. Having a blocker in place seems good. And the Teferi can be removal again against most of his stuff. Okay, I got 4. Teferi does not fetch, so first draw. Second from the top. Third from the top, okay. So, tapped out yet again. Next turn we have Cryptic and Fatal Push, if that is worth anything. Can still deal with the Hex Drinker, so that is nice. There is the Stomp on us. Yeah, we can't prevent it. If you have a Lightning Bolt, you get us. Okay, just place this thing out. Okay. Can't really target this, because then we take 2 more until we draw an Uro. I don't really want to bounce there. Mana leak is also not that good. Now I'm missing the land drops, that's for certain. If he has another Stomp, we are kind of dead. Should have played out the Teferi maybe for one. Have to block here, then we go to 1. Okay, Force is good here. Soon he will have this Obosh. Jace, what are you gonna do for me? A lot. This is also can bounce it back to hand, but it's also kind of awkward. Yeah, maybe I just have to brainstorm here and find something good. Mystic Sanctuary can get back path to Exile. Let's open up the stuff. Get the Astrolabe for drawing into it, maybe, if Jace dies. There's this damn Obosh again. Can't do anything here, I'm just dead. Yeah. Should have bounced that maybe after all. Is played here. Because now he still has the 3 mana to pay the Obosh. Fatal Push can't do anything here. Yeah, did not find anything with the Brainstorm, unfortunately, so kind of just dead. And not finding a single fetch land here. Okay. Oh, not you, Wall of Summer, I want the Aether Gusts. Now we have to deal with chokes. Yeah, I should have just bounced the Stomp, the giant there. Then we could still block the Pyromancer and just try to brainstorm out of it. If he stomps, we go with the Force. He has to stomp on his turn, so yeah, awkward. try it again. Come on, play the Arbor Elf. Then we can push it and play Sanctuary on 2. Building towards the stuff. Perfect. Sometimes these 3 lands are good. Come on, play Hex Drinker, then I will take it. Do it for me. Now the neighbor decides to go with a saw. Hope it doesn't bother you too much, or that you can't hear it, hopefully. Utopia Sprawl, sure. Don't want to force that. Need it for the Planeswalkers. And another Utopia Sprawl. Guess we can bounce it later with Cryptic, I hope. Still don't want to force that. And an Arbor Elf, wow. So now we have to pick this damn elf. Or just counter the next spell he does. This makes 6 mana now. So that is pretty scary. Now the second Triome is kind of awkward, not gonna lie. We can play 2 3-mana spells next turn. That's pretty nasty. I want to use the Archmage Charm, but if I steal the Arbor Elf, we can untap that next turn. Then he can only play 1 spell, really, so let's take the Elf, yes. Hold up Force, and then to find something good. If he just plays Clothes now, I think that is the best that could happen for us. Next turn we have Cryptic up with the Elf. Okay, 5 mana. Is it the Planeswalker again? Luca, yeah, it is. Thanks and no. So 2 against 2 now. Still need more targets for our Yorion. Guess we can cycle that then later on. Let's go with the basic here. Hold up Cryptic with the Elf. Nothing scary happens. If you find 2, we could counter Bounce and get rid of his mana. Hopefully that helps. Damn you. You and your basic forest. Astrolabe. Good. Towards the birdie. Ship the turn back. Hopefully he doesn't rip Pyromancers. Just what I said, don't rip them. Okay. I have to play my bird out pretty soon. What do we pick here? More islands. One more island, then the basic forest. Let's go towards Supreme Verdict, maybe. Just land drops. Yeah, give it to me, deck. Give me the land drops. Desperately want it. Well, this is just a draw one. Oh, mana leak. At least we can leak the Obosh, maybe. Okay, also gonna leak that. The lands would be at least some fetch lands, that would be good. Wow, he concedes, why? It's not like you're dead yet. Okay. On the draw now, we need the Fatal Push to deal with the Arbor Elf, I think, and the X-Drinkers. Still need Path, I still need the Aether Gusts, Mana Leak is fine on the draw. Teferi can be a little bit bad, but what else do we take in the deck? Like, the Uros are only okay if he does not have the Clothes, but sometimes they also bring in Relic of Progenitors. And I think we still have our 4-5. Let's try it. Give me all the other gusts, come on. Yeah. With land drops, please. So, do we risk it here? Have bad experience. These lands giving me kind of the same hand yet again, without the Fatal Push, so now I have to keep. It's a real bad hand. I need the second land drop, desperately. Come on, just play a Hex Drinker, please. Damn it. Perfect start for him. Now we hope that he doesn't have Stone Rains, because then we are dead in the water. We don't draw the lands. Okay, we did draw a land. At least something. Then the 5-drop afterwards. Scary. To find a third land drop in 2 turns. Will it be Stone Rain? Molten Rain? Village? Or just the Clothes? Okay. Okay. So far so good. Now land drop. Okay. Then we are kind of forced to play the Ice-Fang out. If he goes with something really scary, we have to mana leak, so we shall see. Hex Drinker. I would love to bounce that. Therefore I need a land drop, so this is the last chance to do the Aether Gust on it. But yeah, then what? Like, we bounce this, and yeah, let's Aether Gust this now. Like, let's hope to draw the land and then bounce the Colossus with the Teferi, I think. On top, okay, he wants to keep it. Now we bounce this. Come on, let's do it. Nope, we don't do it. Come on, deck. And drop. Nope, fuck it. We are dead. "32 lands, not enough." Maybe we draw the land drop now. Yep, okay. Still a fighting chance here. Yep. You can spend your turn doing that yet again. Dead Teferi. And then he chokes us. Hallelujah. Having everything. The Aether Gust is in the graveyard. Maybe we draw another one now. Yep, okay. Now we have to Aether Gust the choke. Then we still have to deal with this Hex Drinker. Especially it becomes a Progenitus. Oh, and the Keswick too. Oh man. So this seems like he's got draw or something. So hard to deal with here. Kind of like he has everything. Puts it on top, of course. Snapcaster Mage looks pretty bad here. Could just put 5 levels in there, then there's no way for us to deal with it with the Teferi anymore, but he's going for the mana. Like, I can't do anything against that. Need Supreme Verdict then. Counter draw. He puts 3 mana in there. Bouncing that doesn't accomplish much. It would stall a little bit if we bounce that. If he has a second choke, we are done for. I could also play the Snap out now and go just for the Aether Gust, but then we have the same issue in the next turn, which I don't like, so let's try and go for the tempo route. Then he has to decide if he wants to pump mana in there or not, and then we can maybe Teferi minus it, so if he has the second choke, we are done for. But I think I need the tempo here. Okay, that is fair. Then we have to tuck this and somehow survive, I guess. Mystic Sanctuary, that can put Aether Gust on top, then we are not dead against choke that easily. And we can deal with most of his stuff. Go away. Yep, there goes the Cryptic. Don't choke me. Don't do it. Okay, land drop. Pyromancer, okay. So he will redraw the Hex Drinker. Our Elf, okay. Next turn he has the Hex Drinker, I think. Did he draw it this turn? No? Yes. Yeah, he draw for what's turn and then 2 with that. He should have it here. Yep. Okay, we have to block here now. Yep. He attacks us down to 8. Do I let that happen? I think so. I think I need the Ice-Fang still as a blocker against anything else. And it's a good blink target, so I guess we go to 8. Now we have only 4 turns to deal with it, but we have the Aether Gust already. Found the Jace. Do we have time for that? We have to gust that, we have to gust that, then we have to block. Playing out the bird will draw 2 now. Yeah, let's just play out the omens for now. Okay. Hold up Aether Gust with Snapcaster here. Block everything as far as we can. Place his Obosh out, we mana leak it. Can't pay yet unless he hits a land drop. So we go to 6 here, okay. have that. Puts it on top, okay. Blue, sure. And he puts that on bottom. Okay, so he has the god on top. Okay. Then this one, right? Next turn becomes scary because he can play the Orbosh, and then with Kasich it can become very scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see. Draw first. Fatal push. So we will push that one to reduce his mana. The blockers now. So with Snap, at least we have the option in pushing here the Pyromancer. We did draw really poorly. Okay, here comes the Clothes again. Then we tuck it with Teferi. Yep. Come on, draw something good. Snapcaster is not good. Okay, ship the turn back. All the power defense I can here. Should untap this one. Whew, that one is gone at least. Path to Exile, okay. Good, made the 4-1. Lost to Living End, which is awkward. I don't think it's a bad matchup. Maybe I just had some draws. Of course, I made a lot of misplays again. Story of my life. Just too bad of a player, but besides that, the Fatal Push paid off. I wanted that against the more aggressive decks, like the other Vile decks. I also had some issues against Luro's Prowess. Faced that off camera, or rather on camera, but I forgot to unmute my microphone, so yeah, I think having these 8 1-mana removal spells is important right now. They were also okay against Storm, I guess. We had sometimes really issues in finding the third land drop, and in other games we were flooding out, so I don't know the perfect ratio. On the calculator, 32 is kind of the same like 24.5-ish, and it's the same that Band run before, and they also only played Astrolabe and Ice-Fang as cantrips, so I don't know, Junt played 24 lands and they kind of mostly hit at least 3 land drops to 4. And in addition to Ice-Fang and these ones, we also have Wall and Uro and Teferi to draw into more, and sometimes Archmage Charm. I think the Abundant Growths are, on the one hand, important to fix your mana more consistently, and a good, cheap value target for Yorion, and a cantrip on 1. But Omen of the Seas could help to draw what we want, though it's a little bit more clunky as a 2-drop. But the Scry is good, so maybe I should throw some of those in here. Maybe this random Kaya's Guile in the main deck is not good enough. While they are good against Burn and other Lurus decks, on average, they are really slow against Thalia decks. That's why I opted for the Fatal Push. I saw some decks running for Lightning Bolts, which is also okay, but I don't think Bolt fixes any of your real problems. I guess Renin 6 is more of a reason, so that you can actually make sure you hit your land drops and can cycle these Triomes later on to make card advantage out of it. So I could see that too. And they run Blood Moon in the sideboard, but we still have 4 Aether Gust and Ashioks against Titan. And I guess Tron is not that represented. I kept 1 Ceremonious Rejection here. Maybe I still need 2. I have beaten Tron off camera. It's without commentary. If you want the video anyways, I can maybe comment on a few matchups of those. I mean, re-comment, like commenting my own video or something like that. That could be okay. But it mostly came down to hitting Ceremonious Rejection and then, yeah, Mystic Sanctuary over and over again and prevent all the plays, alongside Aether Gust to prevent Thragtusk and Veil of Summer, so that was the Tron matchup more or less, and yeah, I've beaten Lurus Junt because this deck goes way over Lurus, or I think it was even Lurus Death Shadow. I have also beaten that. So this configuration should be good against any Lurus Abomination. Maybe not Burn, because they go with a more spell-heavy base. But that's why I still kept 3 more Kaya's Guiles in the sideboard instead of Timely Reinforcements, because you can also bring them in as Graveyard Hate, and against Bogles, just a sacrifice sacrifice spell. So I felt, since we are going into black anyways, it seems better than Timely Reinforcements to me. Also better against humans because of the sacrifice. Sometimes the spirit is important, like against Infect. And then 2 Grafdigger's Cage, also mostly against Lurus, but maybe that's too cute. I don't know. But that was the idea behind the deck. Maybe it should play for Oro and you should kick the Wall of Omens out. But my budget is not high enough, so I still play the Wall of Omens. Maybe we can also just run Omen of the Seas over Wall of Omens and maybe this Kaya's Guile. Like, put those into here and those 2 out of the deck, right? I could see it like that. Then you have also more targets for Force. You make sure to hit your land drops and maybe find that Supreme Verdict you need, or the Planeswalker you need to put the game away, right? You can sacrifice it later on or just bounce it with the Yorion. Maybe that's fine. And then just hope that the spot removal against Burn alongside the counter spells is good enough until you find Uro or something. But it's so hard for me alone to test because like in the last 3 or 4 leagues, I did only play against the Luros Burn variant one single time, and in 5 leagues before that, I played the matchup 9 times with a different deck. So I need a far bigger sample size to say that configuration A is better over B. So I personally I don't want to go over 32 land drops because there are games where when you play these Luros matchups, it comes down to you flooding out sometimes and don't have enough top deck gas against their maybe top deck Unearth, and then they bring Luros back, and Luros brings Dark Confident or something back, and if I don't then have an immediate answer, we are kind of behind again, so I don't know. I also feel like Force of Negation is so important for this deck. Like, there were a lot of situations in this league where I wanted a Force in hand, because we are kind of tapping out so much, and maybe the 3rd mana league is not good enough, and it should be a 4th Force of Negation. That could also be something I can see with this deck, but then our curve goes up again, which I wanted to bring down. Mana Leak was fine in this last game against Obosh. It was fine against Storm in one situation, and besides that, felt, yeah, against humans you bought it out. Against Living End we never have drawn it when it was important, and I feel like Force is far more important against Living End. Of course, when we had Force they had the trap, so that might not be true, but it's far easier again to Force with a Whale of Summer up than it is to do it with a double Mana Leak or something, so that is also something to keep in mind. So I could also see just 4 Force of Negations here and go like that. But yeah, all in all, I think Yorion is a powerful companion. If you just have a few targets, like 4-5 flying, draw 2 to 3 cards is perfectly fine. He's a good blocker. He won some game on the offensive, so I think that is good. Maybe we don't need the Grafdigger's cages, so another rejection and the 4th Kaya's Guile in the sideboard or something. I don't know. Again, it's hard to test. I can only run one league at a time. Maybe 2, and then there are already 6 hours of the day spent, so that is also kind of hard to do all the testing alone. So if you have some experience with these builds, post it in the comments section below. I would be happy to read it. I like the Triomes just as a second breeding pool or temple garden to fetch out. That fixes a lot of stuff and also can be cycled later on. So that felt kind of okay. I mean, whenever I had an Astrolabe and an Abundant Growth, I felt like the mana was okay. That's the reason why 8 are in the deck, and that's why I feel like I want to keep these 8 cards. Now, this could be good. Couldn't be, I have to test it again, and yeah. Hope you enjoyed this leak, and see you next time. Bye bye.